We've reached the year 2023. This is the year that Shibarium has been waiting for, and thus far, it seems promising. The CEO of Shiba Inu, Kucoin, has recently provided an intriguing update, and the company appears like it could be launching a massive bull run this month. I'm interested in learning more about these. Continue watching this video. Disclaimer: Kucoin's latest update is where we should begin. Shiba Inu has its own official Telegram channel, where the development team regularly posts news and updates about the project. Well, Toshi decided to update the community on Shiba Inu in the wee hours of the new year. The message was brief, reading simply, "Everything is close." And then he replied to that message with one that included even more unexpected information, which he quoted. If you've been following along for some time, you'll know that Toshi has a talent for providing brief summaries of developments rather than going into great depth. But it keeps going on and on. She forbade me to speculate. Although this latest development appears rather evident to many, for the Shiba Inu fandom, the most anticipated project is undoubtedly Shibarium. Consequently, it's not surprising that many people think Toshi was implying she bury him, or that the time to bury him is soon. Some readers may be confused by the phrase "everything is near," which Toshi penned, indicating the arrival of multiple impending events. Further, these indications and estimates have let down audiences before, most recently with the special countdown. Thought to mark the beginning of Shibarium's beta phase, the countdown instead resulted in the introduction of Sheetpedia. Even now, some people may argue that when Toshi said, "I bury him," she may have been talking about something else, and yet another thing about which we are currently in the dark. But where do you stand on the issues being discussed here? Is this a clue that Zai will ultimately bury him and reach its beta phase, or are we supposed to read anything else into it? The surprises that Toshi mentioned also have me wondering. Leave your thoughts in the space provided below. Next, I'll provide my estimate for the cost of a Shiba Inu in the year 2023. But before we get there, I think it's appropriate to consider the expectations of the Shiba Inu community in the year 2023. You can share your thoughts as we go along by voting on whether or not each statement is true and by adding your own predictions in the comment section. To jump right into it, when discussing Shibarium's anticipations for the year 2023, the word barium is a necessary prerequisite. Shibarium is greatly awaited because of its potential to increase sheep prices. The disappointment of the development teams, several missed deadlines in 2022 for releasing information only served to heighten the fans' anticipation. Recently, however, development suggests that Shibarium could be made available to the public very soon. Yes, this is in addition to the latest information that Toshi shared over Telegram. Before we get to it, though, you should know that this channel gives away 100,000 lambs every day. Basically, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel, enjoy the video, and leave a comment. The Shiba Inu dog is the hashtag. Best wishes. You say that Satoshi Kusama, the head developer of Shiba Inu, met with the Siberian construction company Unification earlier this week to discuss Shibarium, and that Kusama tweeted about it towards the end of 2022. He jotted down the following in Cheeto's Chinese New Year update, aligning onboarding, concluding very soon. It's seeming more and more likely that we'll witness Shibarium shortly. Anyway, the Shiba Inu community has been anticipating other burns in addition to Shibarium. It's expected to increase demand for sheep, making the price go up in tandem with Shibarium, another commodity with high expectations. If enough sheep are sacrificed in a fire, the product will become so scarce that its value will skyrocket. That seems to be the general consensus. More sheep farmers are encouraged to dispose of their livestock by fire by making use of the many available options. More than that, though, the community is anticipating the introduction of Shiba Inu projects designed to increase sheep burns, such as the aforementioned Shibarium, Sheep Exchange 2.0, and Shib the Metaverse. We anticipate a dramatic increase in sheep burns following the introduction of these initiatives. You say that in 2022 Satoshi Kusama said it would take a sincere community effort to burn trillions of sheep, and I believe you. Burning, the practice of removing tokens from circulation by sending them to dead addresses, is thought to raise a token's price over time, and he mentioned that this was being worked on from different angles, but that it would take time. Let's talk about that price forecast right now. The sheep market is expected to recover by as much as 26%. according to analysts who have studied the sector. At that price, her year-end total was not particularly outstanding. Fortunately, the Shib market was able to avoid a total meltdown since sellers were unable to drive the price down to zero. In light of this, analysts have speculated that it may be time for buyers to seize control of the market and propel Shib into a bullish run, as she appears to be losing its bearish momentum. Don't exit the video just yet. I've reached a huge, crucial conclusion. It would be a shame to miss it, so stay tuned. The forecast for prices has been interrupted. The price of Shiba Inu rose by 1% heading into the new year and has been inching closer to the upward trend line ever since. According to market watchers, Shib is close to a positive breakout, which might lead to a price increase. At the end of the cycle, she was forecasted to have pumped by little more than 26%, dropping a zero in the process. What do you think? Though, while we're processing that, I have an idea for how to wrap this up. Schwab's prediction of the token's future value was just examined, and we discussed its potential growth in value. Thinking about what has to occur for that price pump to take place is where your attention belongs now. Two solutions have been proposed by experts, and one of them has been alluded to already, increasing the number of token purchasers. However, more customers aren't all that's required. The experts agree that more robust holders are required. Therefore, it's important that merchants, rather than just whales, purchase the token. The rationale behind this is that an increase in the number of whales in the market may be damaging to the token as a whole, as the token may lose a lot of value if even a small number of whales decide to sell their tokens. Not only should these new consumers be purchasing, but they should also be hoarding. People entering the market just to depart again so soon would also be very damaging to the token. Fortunately, this has been working swimmingly for Shiba Inu, as the proportion of owners who have held for a year or more has risen to over 60%. Second, Shiba Inu could benefit from more applications. Brands and businesses all across the world have begun adopting Shib, along with the other two Shiba Inu coins. After all, Shib can now be used in a small number of businesses to purchase things like movie tickets, a sub, and even some Apple products. On the other hand, analysts appear to agree that there should be more use cases. The impending Shibarium was considered as something that could aid Shiba Inu in achieving the uses it so desperately needs. Perhaps this is due to the fact that it is expected to essentially change Shiba Inu in every way, from the way the breed is perceived to be priced. We can now see that the release of Shibarium is the single most important event that must take place this year. From the rising number of burns to the expanding range of applications, it's clear that this is the key to Shiba Inu's success in 2023. Assuming everything goes well, she should be able to launch her Barium rocket this year. This video has reached its conclusion. Please give this video a thumbs up if you found it entertaining. Please share your thoughts in the discussion thread. For the YouTube algorithm, this is a huge benefit. And of course, feel free to show this video to as many people as you can. I think it's important that this information be shared.